Alright, I'm just gonna try to get through the story, I guess, quote unquote. Gonna try to do the bullshit, then do the online for a bit, and then do some Borderlands pre-sequel on PS3, I guess. Would kind of like to get that over with, if I'm gonna be honest. I'm also definitely not in the greatest of moods, but I really don't want to talk about that right now. Just whatever. Just gonna try to do my thing, I guess, and hopefully I make some good progress. That's all I can really hope for in the end. Hello, Yuval. I've not seen you in a very long time on stream. Very good. We'll finally have some nice company. Okay, let's see what we can do for now. I hope I have enough to upgrade the next piece of the camp. Definitely going to be needing that in order to make the... Oh, I'm actually way over. Well, I still need extra dough anyway. So let's go ahead and get that shit. But yeah, I'm doing the single player of Red Dead Redemption 2 right now. Let's see. It could be better, to be honest. Hopefully you've been doing well yourself. I'll upgrade these later, I guess. I'm gonna try to focus on upgrading the satchel. Hopefully I can actually make the ones that let me carry more shit, so I can dupe easier, I guess. And yes, there actually is a somewhat reliable money glitch, I guess, that's not completely fucked, I guess, compared to like every other one. Let's see. I'm not honest. Oh, here we go. I gotta get the valuable satchel, so I gotta find a beaver and a rabbit. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, apparently in Red Dead Redemption 2, unlike the original, you couldn't simply fast travel, and in this one, you actually have to unlock the ability to do it. But until they patched it, you can only fast travel from camp, so it made getting around a lot more annoying. You could also only travel to locations you already found, which is... I don't know, I honestly find it to be kind of dumb, because in the original Red Dead Redemption, you can basically fast travel from any campsite that you made. Call it dumb, but I kind of like to have convenience in these games sometimes. But I guess with the camp upgrading system, it kind of makes sense. Like, you just put a waypoint on there, and then boom, you're right there. It made replaying the game a lot more bearable, in my opinion, but I'll digress. I did have to do some of the story missions, though, in order to unlock the potential upgrades and shit. So basically, I'm going to try to get some money with this method I found. I'm sure it's pretty much well known at this point. All the good ones have been patched out significantly, and the one I was using for a while, I think I ended up messing it up. But for some reason, this one specific spawn point actually still works. closest set you can get to via fast shovels in Strawberry. And then there's this marker here you can go to, and it basically resets a ton of items, some of which are actually useful. I don't know. I actually have not done, I have actually not done a session, live before. I could try it, I guess. I haven't honestly expected it, if I'm gonna be honest. There is always such a thing as impromptu, I guess. I just don't know how well it's gonna go. At least with this game, you can actually save anywhere, unlike in the original, where you can only save at campsites and at hideouts or rooms that you've rented. Well, not technically rent. It's kind of like buying properties. I'll talk about it later, I promise. I don't want to talk about it, and I don't want to air out my dirty laundry in public, if that makes sense. It's nothing serious, but it's still something that does honestly annoy me. Very well. But we could try playing, I guess, if you really want to. I figure I try to play this for a bit, try to get some moolah going, but I can always do this later. It's just the sudden appearance is kind of unexpected, but I'll still make time. Just let me show off this wonderful little glitch, I guess. I guess it's pretty much already known at this point, like I said. Basically, there's a bunch of things that you can take. A coin purse, which doesn't really give much, but it's still extra dough. Premium cigarettes, which technically, in this game at least, you can collect them. If you want to. Could always use some company right now. Just wish I was able to do it a lot earlier in the AM, but unfortunately it's just not possible. But enough complaining on my end. There's also the premium cigarettes, which is good because it's actually, every time you collect one, you actually get a cigarette card, which is apparently one of several collectibles. Though unlike in something like GTA, they're part of stranger missions, so don't really know if it's actually worth it. Probably the closest to like an actual war that's actually worth it is doing the in-game challenges, which basically boils down to completing a set of feats, but you can't just do all of them at once. They're essentially locked to different tiers. And some you can't even do until like way late in the game. So for example, I'm on this challenge where you have to ride from Strawberry to Saint Denis, or Dennis. Where the hell's the other end? Must have ran off. But there's also 4 other challenges. 4, well, I can't count. 5 other challenges that you have to do in order to reach that one. But if you do all 9 of them, you actually unlock an outfit that essentially gives you great benefits. One of which basically lets you endure any temperature, because this game does have a temperature system where you have to wear certain clothes at certain parts of the game map. I also believe it gives you essentially extra outfit bonuses that are tied to any outfit. I'm also wearing the miner's cap because it actually does show light in the dark and is actually only hat that actually has a known function instead of just being a fancy hat with a little feather on it, I guess. It actually does have a use. And for whatever reason, it is not in GTA now. It is not in Red Dead Online. So, there's a lantern that you can use in this game, and yes, there is a broken pirate sword. There's actually a good number of secrets in this game, and some are actually, like, useful. Like the rare shotgun you can find from a random dude at a house, and apparently he can one-shot you, but if you kill him first before he kills you, you can get his weapon. A lot of random events, so a lot of them are kind of scripted, in a way. Like, you'll find them eventually, but just the number of various encounters you'll find can be kind of insane. So I'll at least give the game that. But basically the gist of this little glitch, and I hope I actually get the proper item. Yeah, large jewelry bag. This is what I needed. You basically have to collect the items, then go back a little bit, and then they just magically reappear. I have no idea how and why this works, but it just does. I was going to use some excess of money to upgrade some of the weapons I have. So I'm going to be doing that too. Fuck. Well, shit, I killed the fucker. Okay, I already have this weapon, so I'll just switch back. Ah, shit. I didn't do it, I just ran into him. But you're gonna have to die too, pal. Fuck you. Alright then. I mean, I didn't kill him. I mean, it was an actual accident. I swear I did not see him, but, oh well. The water level system of this game works really weirdly, honestly. It's kind of like in Hitman, except a lot more annoying. And I only compare it to that simply because if there's any dead bodies, regardless, and they always assume that it's you that did it. Even if there's like some form of infighting, I guarantee the game will always assume that you did the deed. Banana Man, hello. It's a very weird name, but I guess I'm not really one to judge in such things. I don't think I've seen you here before. Apparently someone's investigating a murder I've done did. Someone with a clean house. Also, as in the Wild West, you actually do get penalties for committing crimes. And if the law does see you, you actually get a wanted fee. It actually affects a good chunk of the area, honestly. So it definitely does pay to not get in a confrontation with the law unless you absolutely have to. But I guess I like report a crime, whatever, it shouldn't be too bad. I guess it depends on what it is specifically. Finally, someone who plays Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm going to assume you're talking about the single player, because I've actually been playing the online quite a bit. But since I finally got a good point in the single player where I can actually play it, I'm doing exactly that. Okay, well, thankfully you're in luck. I actually have been playing the online, but I'm going to be mixing it up today with the single-player component. And yes, it's on PS4, the base PS4. Well, of course I'm reading chat. I'm part of the lower terrace. Why would I actually ignore such things? Do I play other games? Of course. I certainly won't be playing GTA 6, though. Which is funny, because I said I wasn't going to bother playing Red Dead Redemption 2, and I kind of had a change of heart, but to be fair, at least Dan Houser was involved with Red Dead Redemption 2, so it at least makes sense, but it doesn't exactly excuse the BS that's happened with Red Dead Online and its microtransactions in beta. I actually might be doing Borderlands pre-sequel later. Cool, indeed. Indeed so. I was also playing through AI Limit last session, essentially trying to grind out the game before I get to the next part of the major game. Fought a boss that was honestly very annoying, but I somehow got a good pattern and I feel some satisfaction. I'm definitely going to have to level up quite a bit. if I'm going to handle the rest of the game. Not usually into the Souls-like genre, but seeing how people compared it to Code Vein, which last I checked, people hated on it because it was anime Souls, when Dark Souls is clearly inspired by Berserk. Nothing wrong with that, but let's call a spade. Dark Souls is clearly inspired by Berserk, which is anime, and Dark Souls has that Western role-playing game influence. So to riff on Code Vein anime Souls and using that term is just kind of disrespectful. You don't have to like Code Vein for whatever reason, but Dark Souls is clearly inspired by Berserk, which is anime. So it's just a really dumb discourse, honestly. But I don't want to get too preachy right now. For some reason, though, if I like discard even all of the premium cigarettes, I get all of them back. It's like I'm carrying extra cigars. I don't know what the deal with that is, but whatever. And yes, I'm doing the strawberry large jewelry bag glitch. I hope you don't mind. Did I just not discard this? Oh, I discarded the regular cigarettes. Whoops. I guess it could also be a way to get the cigarette card set, since I'm pretty sure every time you collect one, you get a random card, and there's quite a bit of them. So, even if you're just going for the cigarettes, it'll somewhat help. Some of the only major glitch left in the game that actually works, even if it is significantly slower, but it's certainly better than nothing. Fuck. I also found out one of them, which essentially when you jump while using an item, it will not be consumed for some reason. How the hell that works is honestly kind of weird to me. Also, you may have noticed that I'm basically in the early game and have a black Arabian horse. You're probably wondering how the game came to be. Well, it's actually because there's a random event, quote-unquote, that happens at night in Saint Denis, where there's these dudes that are essentially robbing some woman. You can actually take the horse for yourself. It's kind of risky because you can essentially be... you can get caught for horse theft, but it's probably one of the best horses in the game, especially the black breed. It's even easier to acquire than trying to break the white Arabian in the north side where it's all cold and shit. I'm not even joking. Somehow the horse being black actually does make a big difference. It still sucks that you can't get the war horse, the one that was given for pre-orders, but pretty much the black Arabian horse is pretty much one of the best. I think there's one other version of the Arabian horse that's like a lot better, but you can't get it till way later in the game, but through and through, this is probably the best horse you're gonna get. It only requires a little bit of luck and obviously patience. And I even very much recently acquired the horse bonding to level 4, so it's pretty much the best it can be. The only other thing you have to get is getting the saddle from the trapper, which will make it even better. It may not have much customization, unfortunately, from those saddles, but it sure does make a pretty big damn difference. I don't know what's up with the journal entries always being added, but I don't know what that is about, to be honest. But well, let's go sell our items, I guess. Well, yeah, I'm like way early in the game. I only did the missions that are necessary to unlock some of the better things, like being able to use the little grill thing at camps. Obviously, be able to upgrade your main camp, of course. That's like the most important one. And whatever necessary missions that you have to do to unlock the other stuff. So I pretty much did the absolute bare minimum. What big? Alright, let's go ahead and sell our stuff. I'm not going to sell the gold bar for obvious reasons. If you know why, you know why. Same thing with the gold nugget. Basically anything that's like way viable, I'm not going to sell. Alright, let's go upgrade our weapons, I guess. Alright. Let's go ahead and, I'll upgrade the Springfield rifle and the, one of the other weapons, I guess. I'll do some, weapon upgrading, I guess. But, hopefully your weekend has been doing well, I hope. Hello. Well, hello. What the hell is up with the random people watching? Holy shit. Okay, good. Must be my lucky day. Huh. And yes, I did rob this dude earlier. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna do some weapon shopping, I guess. I'm gonna have extra sawed-off shotgun. Let's see. Yeah, I have the double-barrel shotgun, but I have a worn one. I'm gonna assume you can't keep the worn one. A lot of these items you can't really get, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. Of course, what do you mean? Oh, no, to be honest. I'm basically in, like, the early parts of the game, if that's what you mean. I'm not exactly, I'm basically, like, really, really early in the game. Of course, clearing the obnoxious Chapter 1, honestly. Which it really wouldn't be so bad if, like, every other Rockstar game at least lets you experience the sandbox after one or two missions. In this one, it takes quite a bit. Well, of course, and also a lot of people are. Oh, no. It can also be pre-recorded, but you don't know that. Well, yeah, I did actually rob this dude earlier, or not earlier, when I was playing for the game. Found the back door business or whatever. So that was interesting. My session is going okay, actually. Got people watching and talking. I say that's more than a success in the last couple as of late. Not gonna lie. Let's see, I don't think the stock really does anything. I'll get the wrap, though. Freaking miner hat. Okay, let me upgrade the varmint rifle. Basically. That or I put Red Dead Redemption 2 in the title, I guess. I don't know. You can never tell, honestly, but that's whatever. I'll make the guns all fancy once I get more moolah, which I'll be exploiting, quote-unquote, way later on. Just gonna try to, Just gonna try to get the upgrades that are necessary. Bro. I don't know. Oops, wrong one. Alright, iron sights and... I mean, I have, I just haven't played it in a while. The game actually did get a number of updates, actually. I actually have not touched it. I even reached max level 160, and yes, that is the new level cap. I don't bother playing online or with PvP, though. Even I know that is absolute garbage. Don't worry, I'm not that insane. And you're probably wondering, well, if you don't do PvP or play online, how the hell could have possibly reached level 160? Well, it's because of the extra mission where you fight Vegeta and the realm of the gods, and using the Goku customization with the Spirit Soul, no, the Super Soul, that gives you 3 times experience, Super Saiyan 3, I think, and Bending Kamehameha. Do that shit a couple of times, and you'll get a level up every once in a while. You also get a pretty good chunk of medals too. It's I did use a good number of medals though to speed up the last level, whatever, since I've gotten so many. And at that point, I was just kind of annoyed. Ryan, #1 fan. I don't even know. Well, hello there, Ryan. Alright, let me go ahead and set up camp and I'll collect some more money, I guess. You're level 120. I noticed an item that you have to get and then talk to Whis, I think, or Whis, whatever. I don't really think it matters, let's be honest. And you're basically going to talk to him so you can raise your level cap, and then you just got to keep going with that for a bit. Honestly, no. I tried PvP with one of my good buddies, and I'm terrible at it. My build is made strictly for PvE. You was recommended. I wonder if it was you I was doing. You was here earlier, but unfortunately, he had to go to sleep. Apparently, YouTube got rid of the trending page, so I don't know how that's even possible. But anyway, let me go back to Strawberry, I guess. Gotta get some more moolah. Of course I'm chill. Just haven't been blessed with the algorithm yet. Not to sound like a narcissist or have a self-proclaimed mind or anything, but it's also a single-player game, and Red Dead Redemption 2 is surprisingly chill. I know they added some characters from Daima, which is interesting for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, but I have not even done a session of the game in a while. I'm the king. I don't know what's up with the #1 fan thing, honestly. I really wish I knew, but unfortunately I don't. Oops. But anyway, since I do have an audience, hopefully you don't mind me doing an exploit for money in a single-player game that has absolutely no online connections whatsoever. I mean, I'm just saying that Rockstar wants you to play the game as intended, but I think when you're playing the game single player and you're not running anyone else's games aside yourself, I think you can use whatever. Very well. It's like a chain reaction. Or the domino effect, whichever one it is. I wish I knew. But I know it's a whole lot of something. Don't mind the AC, by the way. It is actually rather hot where I am right now, and if I don't have it on, I'm gonna sweat my ass off and I'll eventually turn into a puddle like the Wicked Witch of the West. Alright, let me speed this up a little bit. Let's see. One thing I will give Red Dead Online, though, is that you actually have a lot more clothing customization compared to the single player. I really don't know why. It actually feels kind of inconsistent compared to the online component. I really don't get it. 18 Ariel. Is that a Little Mermaid reference? Also, apparently it was the voice actress of Ariel that actually voiced Eva from in Metal Gear Solid 3. Which is kind of insane, to be honest. I was like, what? You're too kind. Well, thank you. Damn, I can't bring the Miracle Tonic. I think it should matter, though. Wow. Making my night, and all I did was just play this game at the right time of the night, I guess. Holy smokes. Hopefully the audio isn't too bad. I don't exactly have the best professional setup, but... You're back? My bad. It's all good. It's like you're playing any gay ops. That wouldn't be good, but I highly doubt that. Whoops. Went the wrong way. I'm not exactly sure what distance I have to be to get the loot to reset, but I know I checked on Reddit, which... I don't know how many people on Reddit feel... I don't know how people feel about Reddit, but I honestly feel that it's like one of the only decent places to look at for troubleshooting, and troubleshooting only. Well, of course I'm communicating with my chat. It's I don't really get much traffic, to be honest, so if there's no chat to communicate with, how can you communicate with it at all? Makes me annoyed there's like so many other people who like do streams where they don't even interact with their chat unless they give them money. Like, I understand that sometimes the chat will be moving a lot, but it's like, when you have like a moderately sized amount of people watching and the chat isn't moving as fast as F-Zero or the Formula 1, which I'm pretty sure F-Zero is a play on Formula 1, but that's a game theory in practice only. It's, I think you'll be able to read everything that's there, I guess. But it really is like the chain reaction, I guess. Now the question is are these people watching this broadcast is actually from the U.S.? Actually, the only thing that matters, to be honest. It's all English, and I can read it perfectly fine. So, I guess it doesn't really matter. People are people, I guess. Pretty sure it's Yuval that did this. I'll have to thank him later. The timing is a low-key coincidence, if I'm going to be honest. Niv. Very interesting name. I don't like to plug, to be honest, but I do have a Discord if people want to partake in more chill as fuck conversations. Of course, you have to earn the trust like everyone else, but it's, you know, slowly but surely, I guess, you'll gain the trust. Who is Yuval? One of my dearest friends I've come to know as of late. We actually played GT Online quite a bit, but not so much recently, unfortunately. You might download Discord. It's a pretty dangerous idea, to be honest. There's a lot of bullshit that happens on Discord, but I guess it depends on what community you're part of. I don't know, the animation commentary community. It's a lot of really weird things that are normalized, but will be looked down upon on other people, I guess. Any fandom of a show or movie that's like got quite a good number of people who can't accept others' opinions or whatever. I don't know. There's way too many specifics to list, and it wouldn't really be chill if I were to turn negative at the brink of time. YouTube's also a pretty big sphere, I guess. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but it's definitely not like a smaller circle, I guess, compared to other sites. Rick, hello. Is it Patrick or is it just Rick? It's like that one episode of SpongeBob back when it was actually good. Sure, I don't know what we're talking about, I hope. And I'm doing okay. Could be better, but I don't want to bore people with my problems. Not yet, anyway. Got a number of rants. I've talked about various topics, mainly gaming stuff. But I don't want to overshare my problems right now. Let me just continue to make some moolah, I guess, in the most ridiculous way possible. He came from Derek. I think this Derek dude is like essentially like the domino effect. Very well. Let's see. I keep bringing up the wrong menu. Shit. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know why. If you like pick up one premium cigarette, you pick all of them up, which is kind of weird, but it'll at least help with getting the cards, I guess. I haven't planned on it right now, to be honest. I mentioned it earlier, but I actually did get to level 160, which is the current level cap right now, unless it's somehow increased. I have not played it in a while, actually. Not even just on session, but like on anything, period. Took a lot of time and extra missions, but the number of medals you get from it definitely does pay off. The main meta I give, though, is the the Super Soul that gives you triple experience, something you can't normally get unless you do some bullshit. Having Super Saiyan 3, of course. The transformation, not transformation, the charge that's faster, I believe. The fastest one you can get. And of course, bending Kamehameha, because you essentially can have the Kamehameha, or really, really weird people call it the Kamehameha. Look, love or hate dubs or subs over, but every time I've heard that, it's always Kamehameha. Who are these aliens that call it the Kamehameha? I want to know. But basically with that, Super Saiyan 3, and the bending Kamehameha, and alongside your 5 AI teammates, you can basically kind of low-key AFK'd, I guess, with maybe charging up your ki to replenish your uses of it. I don't know if they nerfed it, though. It has been a while since I played it, but I definitely don't mess around with the PvP or doing parallel quests with randoms, to be honest. It's, the online netcode for Xenoverse 2 isn't really the greatest. And the PvP is, people want to go on about how a lot of games have really annoying meta. Well, I think Xenoverse 2 might top it, to be honest. I think people just look down on it because it's anime. It's kind of ridiculous. Speaking of grind, I know that there's an update that actually made it so that you can use Super Time Patrol medals to get Dragon Balls now. What's up with that? Granted, getting the Dragon Balls normally wasn't the best idea, which is just mainly running Parallel Quest 23, but you were still able to play the game as is. So now it's, have I heard about Dragon Ball? Of course, I'm talking about it right now. I guess that's the main topic point, I guess, as I'm grinding money in a completely unrelated game. It's, I guess it's fine, I guess. It doesn't really matter. It's not like I'm really doing much. You can talk about whatever, I guess, just no terms of service topics, of course. Yes, Aura. Yoav. It's like Moab, but a Moab. The mother of all bombs, I think. But yeah, they added a thing in the game where you can essentially buy Dragon Balls now, and it honestly makes no sense. Like, what's up with that? Like, I've seen a number of people, the father of all the bombs. Yes, I'm sure you upgraded the greatest one of them all, the F-bomb. The 4-letter F-bomb that'll... Okay, I'm not gonna finish that joke. I don't wanna piss people off. But, yeah, what's up with Xenoverse 2 having a pay... Not necessarily pay to win, I guess, but having a shortcut to speed up collecting Dragon Balls with real money, since Super Time Patrol medals you have to pay money for, which makes no sense to me, honestly. Like, somebody want to explain that to me, please? I don't know, it's, like I said, I know doing Parallel Quest 23 wasn't the best method. Well, I guess it kind of is, but it's not like... It's not even really that hard, to be honest, like, especially at being, like, really high level or whatever, but at least it's more, not just honorable, but not as annoying or whatever, or pretentious, compared to spending money on a currency and then getting the Dragon Balls that way. Hell, you practically get one, like, every other day of the week if you keep logging in long enough. Very well. A lot of people are pretty sensitive nowadays, unfortunately. And sometimes not even for the right reasons. Like, people look at GTA 6 being offensive because you're playing as a woman when there have been plenty of games in Rockstar's lineup where there are female villains. It's just that a lot of writing nowadays tends to make women girl bosses or whatever. But honestly, it's just the fact that they don't have really the people who made GTA anymore. And without them, I don't think Rockstar is going to be able to make something like GTA 6 with the same people. It's not going to have the same soul, I guess. Nick 109. Wow. Oh shit, Legendary Animal Territory. Which one is this? I don't know why it like always goes back there. Oh, I'm gonna guess it's a Legendary Wolf, right? Well, I guess it could break up the monotony a little bit. Yeah, well, I know what you did. You twisted the algorithm into my favor. You favored the algorithm to my end. I'm surprised. That's okay. It's certainly quite surprising. Just didn't expect it right now, to be honest. Yes, my very good friend that I play GTA with, and is the realest motherfucker right now. I think that question mark disappeared. Pause, what are you talking about? There's no way that I got these people in that way. But I'm just genuinely surprised. Honestly. Ugh. Shit. Okay, there it is. Question mark. Yes. Hopefully it'll be more consistent. Haven't really had too much luck in that, to be honest. Because I'm not playing, like, the latest slop of games, I guess. I don't know if you want to call Red Redemption 2 slop, I guess, but at least it's got more soul than, like, a lot of games, I guess. Yeah, definitely. I'll probably do it next session, for sure. It seems to be, like, the main vocal point. Just don't expect you to do PvP, though, because I think even we can agree that the PvP is pretty bad. I guess to be fair, Dragon Ball could be considered kind of niche because it's anime, but I don't know. People just look at anime and they just, like, have the SpongeBob meme face of the fish. That's all. That just has that look on his face because he saw something repulsive, I guess, which I think is just dumb. Also, isn't Dragon Ball like one of the most popular animes of all time, and yet people still disrespect things that they don't know to this day? I don't know. I don't get it. Yes, I can imagine. We haven't really talked much, unfortunately, nor got too much progress in GTA, so... Like I said, I hope you've been doing well despite the odds. Oh, it's a fox. I thought it was a wolf. Of course, I always try to keep in contact. Even if we don't talk every day, it's, you know, I always like to check up on you. You're a good guy. Anyway, let me try to focus on the fox. Might give him a call or something else. Three-star white-tailed deer. Crap. But yeah, I guess there's a lot of people that have found me magically are definitely in Xenoverse, which is fine. Of course he's cool. He even helps me learn some tricks in GT Online I sort of didn't really know about, like with Kyle Perico Heist. A series of missions that are... The sneaking bit when you play it initially is not really the best in my opinion, but knowing how to effectively go for it quickly is something I'll never forget. I just wish that Rockstar did not nerf the pay on it, to be honest. It's like the only, like, mission, or heist, excuse me, that you can do by yourself, and it's the one that does pay pretty well. But even trying to get the... trying to bypass the cooldown for that can be honestly annoying. But gonna get serious for a minute. We really do need more hellos instead of goodbyes. I would play that one song from that Charlie Brown movie, but I don't want to get copyright striked or whatever. It's also like the most profound moment in the movie, and it just comes out of nowhere, but it really does hit home pretty hard. Especially for an American kids movie, honestly. And then it's just like never brought up again, which is just kind of weird. But I suppose since I have quite a good number of people watching, I could talk about Xenoverse 2, I guess. I haven't really planned on playing it, to be honest. Yeah, you said that last time, I think, and then I got a good number of people watching. So, who knows what magic trick you'll pull next. I'll keep my eyes on... Oh shit, there it is. Alright, now quick, everyone say the meme that's dated as fuck. There we go. No, not that one, but... Well, technically it is relevant considering what happened. Totally unexpected, but very much appreciated. Alright, there we go. Yes, kaboom. Like the Atari 2600 game. They'll probably piss somebody off because it has a bomb in the game. I swear, some people really need to, like, actually lighten up. Some people are really offensive about a lot of things, to be honest. Anyway, alright, I got some more money, so I'll go back and, buy some more weapon upgrades, I guess. I took way too long, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. All of that, and then just, like, being shocked at the spiking number of interactions is definitely made it quite interesting. One for the record books. The planets must have aligned, I think. I'm gonna assume that. Anyway, let me go back to the gunsmith. It's almost been an hour, so I'll probably... Wow. That's certainly something. Oh, is this a stagecoach I can... Oh, wait, no, it's not. Okay, so one thing I really like about this game... Oh my god, I'm being critical. Oh, the thing in the back, this is a legendary fox. I've actually been hunting it for a while. Alright, let's talk about the emojis. Oh, no. You'll have to ask my man. Anyway, while I'm checking... Okay. Message retracted. Guess I was correct about, I'm gonna go to bed now, talk to you later, but then pulling more magic tricks out of his books. Okay. Let's go ahead and, customize once again. I guess I'll go ahead and do some customizations. Alright, Yuval, good night. I'll definitely talk to you later, my friend. Alright, go ahead and buy. Wow. It's, I want to be careful of that. You'll get cancelled. Whoops. Wow. I actually had Nightbot do that. Bad Nightbot. Bad. Bad Nightbot. Fuck. Supposed to save that for something else. Honestly, I didn't expect that to happen. I was actually saving that for something else, but I guess it, I'm gonna use a sexual innuendo, but I guess it shot its load too early. What the fuck? Good night. You said that like 5 times now. Anyway, I guess I'll customize the gun, I guess. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. I gotta save my money for upgrades and shit. At least the knife is like... Oh, of course I'm back. Let me go back to customize. Oh, you can't customize the bow in single player. I think you only do that with the, Oh, Yuval. You little rascal. Alright, I'll go back to catalog, I guess. I'm not mad. Why would I be mad? If I was mad, it wouldn't be chill. I'm just surprised. There's a big difference, in my opinion. Alright, yeah, a lot of the weapons you actually have to progress in the game if you want to get, which is kind of bull. But, I'll live, I guess. Go ahead and buy some more ammo, I guess. And I can like actually craft your own ammo. You can even get like explosives and shit, which is surprising. Oh my god, of course I'm out of money. What the fuck? Oh, your break is over. I'm sorry. You gotta go? Alright, well, it was good talking to you. Hopefully everyone else will continue to be watching, though. Thanks for stopping on by. Hope to see you in the next session. Speaking of session, I'm going to more than likely switch over to the Xbox next. Alright, very well. Good to see you. Alright, I guess I'll head back to camp so I can, like... I can, cuss... Am I able to do it at camp? I really don't know. I know that if you, like, rent a hotel or whatever, you can, like, set up your weapon locker. Let me go ahead and, check on something very quick. What am I doing? You alright? Sorry, I was just messaging somebody. I hope my typing wasn't too bad. I was also waiting for the loading for fast travel because there is a bit of a wait for fast traveling. Oh no, I said the FT word. It's gonna piss some people off, especially people to play Dark Souls games. Anyway, I'm gonna check the. I gotta see how many upgrades I need for this. I'm just gonna actually jot down some the prices I need. So I'm gonna be doing just a little bit more typey. I guess, yeah. I'm gonna be one of those people. Make a new file on Notepad++. Greatest program in existence, I'm sure. I'll add up the numbers later. But I also need to find at least 2 other pelts, I believe, which I'm going to have to look that up. But I might actually switch over to the online component on Xbox, because I need to catch up on that. Unless you rather watch me play Borderlands, I guess. I don't want to bore people with this again, both the online component. Let's see. I already have the deers. I think you need like 7, I think. You need 7 deer pelts, and I only have 2. I'm gonna go ahead and write down beaver and rabbit. I also gotta find a scout fire and craft 3 recipes, and then donate 5 animal carcasses. I'll write that down too. I probably mistyped that, but whatever. I'm not gonna take the stew bowl. But how are you doing? Hopefully your day is doing good. Let's see, shaving kit. Oh yeah, I forgot to check up on this actually. But yeah, honestly, the shaving mechanic is probably the most realistic in the game, but I just find it really impractical. I don't know, I just find it to be kind of weird, to be honest. Oh, okay, there is a weapon locker here, okay. I'm going to store most of these, honestly. Let's see, I need the bow, I need the Springfield rifle, the Varmint rifle. I think the carbine repeater is the one that has the... fuck. Weapon locker. Let's see, double action revolver. Oh, here we go. Equip sidearm. Sawed-off shotgun I need. Oh yeah, definitely need the rare shotgun, of course. Well, I'll leave it up to you, I guess. I think everyone else... Not really sad, I'm just surprised that you got the influx of people, to be honest. Okay, sorry about that. Maybe take a break. I can't. It's, I haven't lost in a major game or anything, so why would I? I get what you mean, though. Anyway, I need the slow fill revolver. I think that's the one you get for free. I'll bring these, I guess. Ugh. Okay, Springfield rifle, and I think it's the damn, I forget which one it is. It's I only use the Evans repeater because it has the most bullets in there, but you can't get that till way later in the game. What the hell? Question mark. Oh, it's a companion. Not doing that yet. Not yet, anyway. I'll probably play some Borderlands pre-sequel, I guess. That was my on my list to do, I guess. Yeah, carbine repeater, I gotta put it away. Yeah, I guess I'll do that, I guess. I'll take a break from Red Dead Redemption 2. I do also have to find out how to do the other things, and I don't want to bore people trying to look up shit or whatever. think this is the one I just had. So I gotta take the Lancaster repeater. And then the rest should be pretty good. Alright, let me go fast travel, I'll save, and I'll turn on the PlayStation 3. And yes, I still have one, and it still works. Yes, I'm fine, I promise. Kind of a bummer everyone else left, I think, but I'll live. Something unusual. I think that's what they call like a raid, I think. Where people are like, oh shit, let's check out this dude. But it's fine. Yeah, I want the strawberry, okay. Alright, let me get the PlayStation 3 going. I love how the gun just, like, popped in right there. Yes, I do say so, but thank you very much for your concern. I don't want to overshare, though, to someone that I literally just met, though. That's not exactly healthy or proper. Okay. Alright, let me save and I'll do some Borderlands pre-sequel. Excuse me. Well, of course, like a lot of people's problem online is that they overshare like way too much and they air their dirty laundry. Like, there's nothing wrong with, like, venting about something, but it's like, there's kind of a point where you just, you know, just keep it to yourself or, like, don't make everything public, I guess. Well, like I said, I'm just going to focus on playing Borderlands pre-sequel, and maybe if I get more of, actual people watching me play Xenoverse 2, I'll do that next time. I just haven't played it in a while, so I'm probably going to be really terrible at it. Like, legit. I think the last thing I did in that game was doing that arena stuff, which I thought was going to be an interesting battle system, but it just tends to be a really shitty card-like system, so I wasn't really too fond of that, if I'm going to be honest. Probably the worst edition of Xenoverse 2, to be honest, is that card shit or whatever. The hologram arena. It feels like a mobile game spin-off, honestly. It's like when Mortal Kombat and Injustice got their mobile game spin-offs, but it just feels really weird to play. Even Skullgirls got that. It's just bad design. Like, all those money and resources went into that, and it's not even worth it. Sorry, I was just switching. I was just switching systems. It's actually an avatar from Gaia Online. I can't get on the account I made it on anymore. And yes, I'm playing a pre-sequel. Alright, and yes, I am, I'll probably do a solo play for now. I don't really know much about pre-sequel, unfortunately. Okay. Alright, so first we gotta get some moonstones. And yes, I also picked Claptrap because this game is primarily set in space, so using anyone besides Claptrap is kind of a no-brainer decision. I also have the dialogue and the subtitles off because the dialogue in Borderlands 2 pre-sequel and especially Borderlands 3 is just ridiculously cringe. I hate it. Alright. I haven't gone for this game too many times, but most of the structure is fairly straightforward, if I remember correctly. Yeah, but the original game's writing wasn't nearly as bad, if I'm going to be honest. I'm also not a fan of Tiny Tina. I don't know if you ever played Borderlands. It has some pretty decent gameplay, but I really felt that Anthony Burch kind of fucked up the humor in the later games. I know he wasn't directly involved with Borderlands 3, but at least Borderlands 2 and pre-sequel are more consistent with the story than whatever bullshit that was in Borderlands 3, let's be honest. And having recently played through Borderlands 1 with the... Shit, I gotta get the case. Fuck. The Borderlands triple pack. It has all 3 games on disc, and it even has a separate thing to download the DLCs. Because of how shitty the PlayStation 3 user interface is, you can't even install the DLC simultaneously. But it at least comes with everything, including the update files, actually. So, it's technically the most complete package of Borderlands you can get. I'm also playing this on PlayStation 3 because I'm sure you can still transfer your characters from the PS3 to PS4 if you're able to. So that's one main reason why. And actually for a pretty good price, so... I also like playing Borderlands, so everybody wins, I hope. Of course, it is definitely nice. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of the dialogue in 2 and pre-sequel and any of the games after. I understand it's part of the game, but it's, I don't really like it, to be honest. I never really did like it at all, honestly. I know the tale of how Handsome Jack pretty much made impromptu lines over, but I just don't think it's funny in the slightest. It's, I don't think he's really a compelling villain. I find him kind of low-key obnoxious. I know Borderlands 1 doesn't have much of a story, but I don't really think it was the main focus point. Which is fine. Not every game needs to be like a cinematic universe masterpiece or whatever. And this also might be kind of a hot take, but as much as Borderlands 1 ending kind of sucked, at least it wasn't as insulting compared to Borderlands 2, where it's like you spent the rest of the whatever part of the game where Lilith gets kidnapped, and then it's as if it was just like, oh shit, there's even more vaults. Let's go on an adventure, even though Lilith almost literally died. It just feels really weird, honestly. And I think the problem is that the game just tries way too hard to be funny while also trying to be serious at the same time. Or whatever. I don't know. I definitely wasn't a fan of that. At least the gunplay is good. I definitely prefer the atmosphere of the first game, though. It actually does feel a lot more... not necessarily immersive, but I definitely do prefer the more washed look, I guess, of Borderlands 1. It actually kind of fits the setting of the game, to be honest. Alright. Shut down the electrical fence. Well, I can't speak. It's 10... I don't know what exactly time zone that is, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. You kept me company for a while, that's all that matters. I hope to see you in the next one, at least. Oh, shit. I went the wrong way again. Yeah, I definitely have not played much of a pre-sequel, honestly. I want to go for the game on PS4 with one of my friends, but I haven't really played much of pre-sequel, so I kind of wanted to get like a bit of a head start, quote-unquote. Very well, I'll probably do it around the same time tomorrow, unless I have something coming up. Probably do some Xenoverse too, since like the main attraction, I guess. Which is fine. I'm not completely opposed to playing it. I'm just not going to bother doing PvP. That's like the one thing I won't really do. I don't think a lot of people really like the PvP, if I'm going to be honest, unless they're like what people call a tryhard or whatever. But I don't know. Maybe there's some people who might like it. I really don't know. But I'm definitely not a fan of that. Okay, second comm tower. But yeah, this quest I remember was just being like really obnoxious. I guess it's meant to like test your platforming skills, but this is like even worse than like the initial like opening quest from the other Borderlands games, because you're just like platforming like really high, whatever. I don't know. I don't really like it, to be honest. I think the rest of the mission flow isn't too bad after, but this is just like a really, really bad first impression. Yes, I will. Thank you. Thank you very much. As a wise man said, and who unfortunately died in the shitter, as crude as that sounds, that actually is very much true. Here we go. Oops. There we go. Alright, pick up turret parts, okay. You actually just missed on a surprisingly number of people playing the game, honestly. But I have been making a decent amount of progress in the story mode of Red Dead Redemption 2. Yes, I've been playing the single player of Red Dead Redemption 2. I got to chapter 2. I got done some of the missions where You can upgrade your little campfire, and even being able to buy upgrades. You missed quite a bit, if I'm going to be honest. There's actually a lot of people watching, at least by my standards. It wasn't really too much going on, though, because I found that there's this glitch they can do, which basically lets you get a infinite, quote-unquote, number of items that you can get that helps you get money to upgrade stuff. But unfortunately, a lot of the known exploits have been patched out, so I found one that still kind of works consistently. What's my favorite mission in Red Dead 2? I honestly don't even know, because I barely made any progress in that game. Like, I don't even think I've actually beaten it. And unfortunately, I haven't really beaten the original one either. I've gotten to, like, around the end of the game, but I never really finished it. I have to see what recent mission I did in the Xbox version, though. I have it on PS3, but I haven't made too much progress in it. It definitely is a pretty chill game, I guess. But if I'm going to be honest, I actually did have a save file on there, but I kind of wanted to start over for personal reasons. But it's, I have been making a lot more progress I did than when I initially played it. I even got the Black Arabian Horse early on thanks to the random encounter they can get in Saint Denis, if that's the name of it. The rare shotgun from that random encounter with the dude who will shoot you with it if you're not quick enough. I have done a decent amount of looking up and found optimal things, I guess, if you want to call it that. Are these drinks, like, named after, like, other characters in the game, I think? I think so. I don't know. I definitely don't like Moxie, though, honestly. I think she's a very overrated character. That's probably going to piss somebody off, but I really don't like Moxie at all. Part of it is just because she was part of the DLC in the first game that almost everybody unanimously hated. Mainly because it was just like way too long and the rewards weren't really worth it. So that's part of it. And also I think her design is just not even really that appealing, if I'm going to be completely honest. And no, it's not just because of the cloud makeup or whatever you want to call it, but I've definitely seen a lot better. Let's just say that Dex's mom has got it more going on than Moxie, honestly. And I'm not even really a fan of Dex's mom, I guess. A lot of people probably like her, but at least Dex's mom is a much more compelling woman, I guess. I don't really see that with Moxie, to be honest. I'm just being honest. I don't really think she's that interesting, I guess. I think I actually leveled up, so I got Space Rookie. Reach level 5, I'm going to assume. Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me. I do like how in Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2 you can actually replay missions. That's actually one thing I really wish a lot of the other GTA games have, which unfortunately don't. I think they started that with the Ballad of Gay Tony, but that's about it. It's definitely something that like a lot of the other GTA games really needed. Here we go. I'll try to see how far I can get without needing to rely on split screen, I guess, because I know basically nothing about like the farming meta. I've just gone for this game like in split screen and just called it a day. Okay. Damn, there's no vendor around me. I wanted to sell some of the items I have. Alright, whatever. You can ramble all you want. Scav Trap, I guess his name is. What did they do? Fuck, hit the wrong button. Oh my god. Wasn't it like a lock-on button in the original? I'm clearly missing it. Maybe it's the D-pad. Okay, it's not L1. Well, I think L1 is the boost. L1 I think is brake. Oh, there we go. Well, it's not what I needed, but it's yeah, X changes the seat. Circle gets you out of the car. Yeah, I don't think they have the lock on, I think, unless they change it. I'm going to have to check the controls. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I know there's like a lock-on button, but they don't have it here for some reason. Maybe they removed it. I don't even know. Whatever. Hashtag not my problem. Lol. Alright, I guess I'll keep going, I guess. They also finally set my buttons now so that they're more proper. I like using tactical, if I'm gonna be honest. Also, for whatever reason, one of the DLCs is supposed to give you like a level scaling shotgun was not given to me. I don't know what the hell is up with that. So I don't know. I really wish I knew, to be honest, but whatever. I'll live though. Let's see. I'll just go with this, I guess, and the pestle. Good enough. Also, what's up with this female nurse or whatever? But like the artwork I guess here isn't too bad, but then like the face over there is like what she really looks like. I really don't get it. It's supposed to be a parody of Star Wars or something. Oh shit, I accidentally sold the shield. I definitely need a shield. Look at this. And I have no grenade mods, which is also not good. A dark side. Okay. Oh shit, a moonstone that early on? What the fuck? Whatever. Oh my god, I died. I'm gonna use all my skill points. I'll do this one. Make me one with the light. Well, that's not creepy at all. Oops. I guess I have to shoot it first and then it'll let me go up further. There we go. You think it wouldn't, like, go away until you actually reach the second floor, but whatever. Yeah, I'm just getting, like, completely decimated. I'm not really sure if I want to continue with this, to be honest. Shit. Never mind. I'll at least get to the next area, I guess. I don't know. Shit. There we go. At least I'm almost dead, thankfully. I think I still got a couple more to get. There we go. Shit, let's run out of bullets. Or whatever, assault rifle rounds, whatever. I'm gonna run out regardless. Let's switch over to the other weapon. Are you a madman? Of course not. Fuck. There we go. Oh, shit. Here we go. Fuck. Alright, there we go. Is this supposed to be a reference to Pink Floyd, by the way? The Dark Side of the Moon or some shit? Oh, no. It might be. I can only assume that's what it's supposed to be referencing. Yeah, I'll probably switch over to Red Dead Online on Xbox or some shit. Alright, Sacred Entrance. I don't know. Looks like to be a bit of a annoyance, if I'm going to be honest. I'll just switch over to Red Dead Online. I don't know. I was going to switch back from dev mode anyway, so it'll at least give me a good reason to go into this, I guess. Also need to prepare for Xenoverse 2 for next time. Let's see. Yeah, I need that. Okay. So once again, I get to leave dev mode. I actually wanted to record footage, but oh well. Shit. Okay. Alright, let me go ahead and remove that. I'll probably play in the PS4 version of Red Dead Online. I'm pretty sure that's like the version that's like that I'm like really behind on. I've been wanting to stock up on the fuck is it called, the other shit, but I had some really bad spawns, I believe, with the ranch that I use, so that's no fun. Yeah, I have no idea what this is, honestly. I don't know what the... I don't know. I don't even know, to be honest. Oh yeah, I gotta check one other thing, actually. Holy shit. It was at 165, I think, and I got 172. Holy fuck. That's fucking awesome. But yeah, let me just do the bullshit on here really quick. Oh, I actually had a comment on my my latest community post about Pro Skater 3+4. I've actually seen, or I actually looked up a review of it, and it's just like, I don't know. The game is just, I don't know. I'm definitely not bothering with it, honestly. What the hell? The comment is not even shown. It's not very good. It's probably just some bullshit spam, I think, but I really don't know. But yeah, the Pro Skater 3+4 is just terrible. Not even really bothering with it. Like, if they would have at least kept the career mode from Pro Skater 4 in it, maybe, but the fact that they didn't is just really dumb. It's like those people who are legitimately in the mind of old good, new bad, and I guess even back then it's just like, well, nobody likes the career mode shit in Pro Skater 4, so we'll just make it exactly like the career shit from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. It's just nonsense at this point. Well, whatever. It's, people can feel how they want, I guess, but it's, I definitely feel that... What? Okay. Oh. Whatever. But yeah, I guess I'll let the supplies build up on the Xbox version while I, quote-unquote, do the rest of the shit in Red Dead Redemption 2 online, I guess. But yeah, I wanted to see like what the subscriber count was before. I know it was like around 165, but that shit from earlier like significantly boosted it up. It's just fucking crazy. I guess go to channel analytics, I guess. Yeah, it was just like, holy shit. Like, holy fucking shit. Okay. Okay, sorry. I'm just checking some shit. Anyway, let me do this, I guess. Oh. Oh, this was the version I had to work on, I think. I don't even remember anymore. Like, I've been getting some, like, pretty bad spawns, if I remember correctly. I don't even know. Let me check the PS4 version very quick. I want to make sure I'm, like, up to speed on whatever. What the fuck? Why am I all the way out here? Did I get killed and I didn't even know? I don't know. I'll just see what I have, I guess. Don't worry, I'll put the thing back up. I just wanted to check. But yeah, I really gotta start leveling up on that, honestly. I am, like, really, really behind. Yeah, I got the natural as shit drunk. So that's good. Got a decent amount of gold bars on the PS4 version, but I'm gonna save them this time. Same thing on Xbox. I want to get the Black Arabian horse, if possible. I still much prefer playing the single player now that I think about it, even though the opening bit is just annoying as piss. Oh, here we go. I'll leave this operational, I guess. I'll do the Xbox One version, I guess. Whoa. Yeah, I think it was the Xbox One version I was getting pretty bad traffic in. Well, let's just do this. Because I wanted to get some carcasses, but I kept getting like really infrequent spawns of the animals I usually killed, so I don't really know. But I'm going to talk about some other things, I guess, because I actually wanted to talk about a couple things, I guess, that are kind of, I wouldn't really say unimportant, but it's, I think I try to mix it up, I guess. So I'm finally almost done. Oh, what the fuck? I'm finally almost done having that near-perfect save for the Dreamcast versions of Jet Set Radio, all of them. The only thing I have left to do is the final groove stage, because the versions outside of the Jet Set Radio, you basically have to use an analog stick for that part, and it's because of how Sega did the inputs and shit. You simply have to use the analog stick, and it doesn't work with keyboard inputs. I guess there's something in the code that they changed where just doing inputs with an analog stick is just annoying in emulators or whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like it essentially made getting past the tutorial mission in the original versions of Jet Set Radio kind of annoying to get by. And I also definitely noticed that there are a number of changes from the original version to the later versions. I'm going to basically call the international versions that haven't really been documented, like how they actually raised the requirements of behind the mask for some reason, but they also made those missions with Poison Jam just a lot more annoying since they're always on the fucking move, which is annoying. Like, they're always moving, and I'm pretty sure even when you do the throwdown in the sewers, they can actually go out of bounds, but if you try to follow them and you leave past the exit part, you actually will forfeit the level, I guess, because of just how the level system works, I guess, is there's just some parts of the level that you just cannot leave, or else it'll count as you quitting the level, whatever, and I guess they can go out of bounds, but you can't. It's just really weird. And they're like the only ones to do that. Like, they're just unironically more aggressive compared to the other two, and I really don't understand. Of course, they also have that they added the health bars to them, but you still gotta spray them 10 times just so there's no clear indicator how much you sprayed or whatever, which is just vehemently annoying, but strangely, there's not that many cutscenes in Jet Set Radio in the original Japanese version. You don't even get the cube and combo introduction. It's just right after you clear the levels over, you just, oh shit, it's the golden rhinos, making their build up kind of uninteresting, if I'm going to be honest, because it's like, I don't know, like even playing like Jet Set Radio Future, which I dislike a lot more, their build-up at least made a lot more sense, even if they changed it from the original, so I don't know what's up with that. Like, they actually felt like an interesting menace, but then in the whatever version, it's just like, they're just kind of there now. Like, there's not even like a chapter thing, it's like, okay, you cleared Love Explosion, and then, not Love Explosion, Love Attack, and then boom, Golden Rhinos, what the fuck? But yeah, even clearing all the levels you don't really get an award for it. You just basically go back to the beginning, but you still keep the unlocks you got. So you don't get Goji, you don't get pods to unlock. You don't even get the Golden Rhino tags, which is kind of surprising. You don't even get that as like a post-game unlock. I guess it's something that was added for the international version, which makes no sense to me, but whatever. I'm going the wrong fucking way, son of a bitch. I'm fucking aiming and just, do the talking, I guess. It's retarded. But yeah, I really do want to start playing Jet Set Radio Future. It's just, I don't know how I'm going to be able to get it working via emulator. Like, it kind of works, but I don't know, like, how consistent that's going to be. Like, I obviously have to turn off the music or whatever, but it's, I do have the proper window resolution working so that I can actually make it windowed or whatever. I would just have to have it slightly cropped or whatever, because, not cropped, so slightly stretched out for the menu, whatever, with the Xenia, I think it's called, or not Xenia, that's Xbox 660, excuse me, Zemu. Wow. All them birds, and I completely fucked up. Good job. But yeah, I still mainly prefer playing Jet Set Radio Future. I just want to have like a save file for Jet Grind Radio, whatever, so I can like just fuck around in the game's jet technique levels or whatever. Since like I never really got a chance to do that. I know a lot of people really like Jet Set Radio, the original, but I'm just like, I don't know. I definitely prefer Future, honestly. I fuck up, which is nice. Oh well, not a big deal, I guess. You just got a deer, so I'm happy about that. It's usually almost always a guaranteed boost of satisfaction, I guess, or your money back. Oh my god, materials acquired. What other shenanigans are we getting myself into with Retro Arch? I almost have all of the London 1969 cutscenes unlocked for the characters. Well, technically there's only one. I guess there's only like one level to pick from, but you do get a cutscene after beating it. And you have the 8 characters again, which... The only one that they really use for artwork now is... I forget his name, but he essentially is the predominant face of London 1969. And London 1961 or whatever, so... Actually, no, I think London 1969 came out first and they made like a prequel, I guess. And it even makes sense since, Take All the Sheep, lol. Kyle Pitchford, I think you were here earlier before, I don't know. When I had that, little, eventful event happen. And yes, I will be. I'm actually, I'm playing the Xbox version, and yes, this is the online component. I was playing a single player on PS4, but now I'm doing this. So I'm trying to shame site me. I don't really fancy PvP in Red Dead Online. It's kind of ironic because GTA is always about like causing chaos, but due to like how horribly fucked the economy is, like griefing is just infinitely more annoying to deal with. And right now, the only method of making money that's kind of consistent is the trader role, which I've already long since maxed out, particularly because around the time I started playing this seriously, there was the ×3 trader role bonus and doing distant deliveries. You get like $1,500 for each maxed out delivery or whatever, so I definitely got a massive boost on Xbox. Which is good because I'm almost at rank 93, which I think is technically the last unlock you get that's like worth a damn. But I'm not so much in PlayStation, unfortunately. I'm going the wrong way again. Good job. I haven't got most of the weapons too because I just kind of spent, or not even just spent, wasted money on like useless shit like the weapons or whatever. I know that this month with the update for Red Dead Online, which I'm going to be honest, I'm actually very surprised and a little impressed that Rockstar actually updated the Red Dead Online, even if the update they give might have seemed a little minuscule or very low-key recycled content, but it's still something considering that they haven't touched this game in a while. Like, I'm very more surprised, if anything, and maybe a little impressed. Only a little? Yes, Meryl, only a little, but still. But hopefully you're doing well. hell is another player coming after me? What the fuck? But yeah, I'm just trying to fill up the materials bar because I want to do a sale, I guess. I'm not doing a distance sale. It's not worth the bullshit. And plus, if you fuck up on a distance sale, you lose everything, so not worth it. Not worth the bullshit, honestly. So I'll just cut my losses and just do normal ass sales or whatever. I'm also close to getting a level up, so I might actually do one on session. Maybe. Maybe if you're good, I'll do a distant one. No, I won't do a distant one. I'll do a local one on session. So, I don't know if you know about this. I'm pretty sure it's public common knowledge, but if you're riding at a coach and you're aiming with your weapon, you can kind of have cruise mode, I guess. Because the game technically, the game has the horse moving while you're shooting or whatever. So technically, if you want to get like a little cruise control going on, you can just aim your weapon down while you have the wagon do the moving for you. So it might look kind of silly, if I'm going to be honest, but it is definitely useful. So it's definitely something worth noting. I'm pretty sure it also works in single player as well. But it's was mainly talking about Jet Set Radio and Dreamcast and how I almost have all of the versions of the game done, so I can essentially fuck around in the post-game whatever, since the game has no level select. And on most of the versions, you basically have to go for the game again if you want to get Pods the dog, who is a hidden character actually, which is interesting. But it's just a very weird, not necessarily a weird game, but it's a very weird thing that's in the game. It wasn't even the Japanese version, which is interesting, but it's just, I don't know, like I said, I definitely prefer Jet Set Radio Future. I even have a save for the Game Boy Advance version, which is... It's an okay version. I wouldn't say it's completely horrible, though. I wouldn't say it's better than the main version, but I wouldn't say it's worse. They didn't really remove much, if I'm going to be honest. Like, they actually kind of fixed some of the annoyances with the game, but it's, I guess like an isometric game, I guess, at that time, it's definitely more than playable. I definitely say it's a lot better than the Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance GBA ports that were on there, honestly. Mainly because they didn't really take away much from it, and they kind of fixed some of the things in it. But I also don't feel like it's a super watered down version compared to it. Maybe graphically, of course, but it's not like, you know, you're playing like a lesser version that has like less levels or anything. Hell, they only really removed one level, and it's the one where you have to tag the Poison Jam and Benton, but that's about it. I think they do make you go through the optional levels though if you want to get the characters, but it's not too bad, I guess. I gotta see if that shape is actually 3 stars or not. It probably isn't, but I'm gonna take it, I guess. It's the only one that's left. I don't want to get killed by the law because respawning in the online is really annoying, honestly. Fuck. There we go. Yeah, getting a clean kill on sheep is actually really annoying, if I'm going to be honest. They kind of do this thing called moving around too much, and it can really fuck up your flow if you're not careful. Alright, I'll kill this last lawman, and I'm gonna go back to camp. And no, I have not played the story mode on the Xbox version. I don't really see a point in it, to be honest. Like, my logical point is that because I know people who play an Xbox more than PlayStation, I usually, unless it's a specific game, I usually play the single player shit on the PlayStation while I do the multiplayer shit on the Xbox. Unless it's a game I actually really like, you can play solo, or like has bots in it or whatever. It's kind of weird to explain. Like, I don't know. I have made exceptions to it, obviously. Something like Saints Row, because I just love the game so much. What the hell is it called? I don't know. There's too many examples, ironically enough. Oh shit, I didn't call the fucking wagon. I'm stupid. Like, what the fuck did it go? It's like, oh, I didn't actually call it. Oh, shit. Alright, is there at least any bonus deer I can take before I call in the wagon? I probably can't. Oh, whatever, let's just call it in, I guess. Yeah, I hope this will be enough to do a sale, I guess. I highly doubt it. At least I can take the wagon back, so I can bring even more, I guess, before I do one, I guess. Oh shit, a deer. Yeah, I'll probably do one more run, I guess, or two, depending on how much decently spawn how decent the spawns are, I guess. All right, here we go. Okay, it should be all I can get. There we go. Just gotta remember to take the good ones. Fuck. I'll have to bring some of the 2 stars with me. Well, here we go again. You actually kick the carcasses and lose money. That happened to me more times than I'd like to admit, to be honest. It's like, wow, you actually use your boot to kick the carcass. Probably piss somebody off with that. It's like they go on a hunt, they get a bison, just like go around kicking them. That's so fucked. That's like high IQ levels of trolling right there, honestly. What the fuck? There's no goats here. That's bullshit. Alright. I guess I'll take these, I guess. Uh-oh. We're probably gonna shit, I'm gonna get really mad, I bet. There we go. Alright, did they actually manage to shoot it, or did I just get, like, really lucky? Okay, they didn't shoot it. Okay, good. Alright, let's go on back. At least the wanted level system works a lot like a GTA 4. But I think it also worked like this at Red Dead Redemption 1, I'm pretty sure. So it's not as annoying as it is in GTA 5, where it's like you're just playing the world's worst stealth game every time you get caught by the cops or whatever. Just deal with it, okay? Ah, what a bitch. Actually, I'm gonna go pay off the bounty. I don't want to accidentally get griefed again. I actually did end up being killed up by another player, but only because they were technically doing a bounty mission. I just happened to be the target. I'm normally not an advocate for PvP, but in that one instance, I'll allow it because it technically is a mission, I guess, and I just happened to get caught in the crossfires, I guess. Let me just pay this off, and I'll actually have this fill up, I guess, so I'll just leave this here for a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna go back here and check really quick, see what's going on with this one. But yeah, I think it's a good time for me to get going. I don't know how long this will take, so I'll just let this sit here. Then I'll come back later. Then make this sale before I go to bed. Then get it going again. I don't really feel like getting any more sheep, so I'll definitely do Xenoverse 2 next time since lots of people really like it, so I will definitely have to do what the people want, I guess. Alright.